Hello, everyone. I hope that this video finds you well. So today is vlog number 5, and I'm actually going to be starting to tell my life story. And as I had said previously, I'm probably going to be doing that in 3 vlogs just to split it up a bit so it doesn't seem too heavy. I thought I'd start doing like check-ins with regards to being open and honest with you guys and letting you know, like, this is how I've been doing and what's going on in my life in the present. So I think it's been since the weekend, and today is Thursday, that I have been struggling with anxiety as well as the theme of procrastination is coming up in my life. And that has always been a huge theme in my life. I leave things to as long as I can leave them. So it's a habit. What I've just been learning is I'm not a procrastinator. I have a habit of procrastinating. And I'm working on that bit by bit, trying to do things in when they come up instead of leaving them, usually till the end of the day. And so just starting that, and so far it's going well. I'm excited about that. I know that that's definitely, it has been, and I think will continue to be a work in progress, but I'm just very grateful to be acknowledging this habit and trying to work through it, because I think overall it's going to make me a much more happier and healthier person. I struggle, I think, like most of us do, if I'm presuming correctly, in the sense of our human nature. I'm fearful and anxious when it comes to change, and I like to stay in my comfort bubble. So change, and it doesn't have to just be in regards to change. It can just be in regards to work. Like I said, I have a theme of difficulty with work. So anything, I've got myself on an autopilot track of everything that I do, doesn't matter how small or large, is work. And that causes me stress and anxiety. And so I'm aware that not only am I trying to change the behaviors, it's the thought patterns that go with that, as well as it's just walking through the uncomfortable feelings. And because of where I am on my healing journey, I've been given the strength and the confidence to be able to do that now. I always say that it's in God's timing through his mercy and grace upon me. And to be here now, to be able to do that, not always, but for the most part, is a gift. And I'm really trying to walk into that blessing. So that's just a little bit of what's going on with me. So now I'm going to get into my journey. So I just wanted to do kind of my lifelong journey up until now, so that when I talk about other topics, then you're going to have a reference as to how that's played a part in my life. So my full name is Solitaire Kristen Tordoff. I'm 38 years old. I'm the youngest of 5 girls. I'm an identical twin, and my twin sister, I'm hoping to maybe have her on next week on my vlog. That's going to all be depending on, she's pregnant, so it's just one day at a time with her, but I'd love for her to come on next week and to meet all of you. So stay tuned for that. And so my biological mother and my biological father, they were never married. And so I have 3 older sisters, myself and my twin. My parents separated when I was 7 years old. I don't really have a lot of memories of them being together when I was younger. So before they split up. And I have a few. And so probably, I think maybe three or so. Some of them were good. Some of them, I think that maybe they were fighting. And I remember very well the day that I was told, that we were all told, myself and my sisters, that they were separating. They sat us down, all of us, at the kitchen table and told us that they were separating. And we were staying with my father, and my mom was going to be the one to leave the household. And that has had such an impact on me and the pain that I've endured. And it's crazy because it's not until hindsight that just a simple, quick moment like that, how much of a profound impact that plays on us, that it played on me. And so I remember that moment very clearly. And then I don't really, so I know my dad dated. I remember him having different girlfriends, and my mother, so she moved out. But the unique thing in their relationship is that my mom also worked with my dad. So, and I say we, myself and the rest of my family, my father owned a business and we lived on top of that business. So we were privileged to get to see my mom every day because she would be downstairs working. So that was a huge bonus, because how the time was split between my mom and my dad was, we only got to see my mom every other weekend. So 4 days a month, which is nothing, absolutely nothing. And I remember asking our father about if we could spend more time with mom, I think even live with mom, but that it never happened. Unfortunately, it never happened. My mom did eventually meet my stepdad, who is my dad, and I'm so blessed. They have been married for a long time. I think, if I think I might be correct, at 26 years they've been married. And he's my dad, and I love him so very, very much. And I'm so grateful for my mom and dad's relationship, because it's shown me a healthy relationship. And I haven't had a lot of those. So I'm so grateful to God for that. My relationship with my biological father, so at that point in time as a child, my dad worked a lot. That's what my dad's priority was work. And I didn't get to see a lot of him. And so I'm just going to eventually, so elementary school, living with dad; high school, still living with dad. But then my father and myself and my twin sister, we had a falling out. And that was at 15, I think a month before we were turning 16. But for the grace of God, we were able to move in with my mother. And that was an absolutely huge blessing, something that we had wanted for a long time. And so we were very grateful for that. And then that kind of started a new chapter in our life, to not be living with our dad, and all that entailed. And again, this is just going to be a general overview of my life story. And when I talk about different topics with regards to mental health, addiction, trauma, I'll go into specific references in regards to my past. But right now, I'm just going to give you an overview. And so, high school, straight A student. Um, High school wasn't necessarily good, wasn't necessarily bad. It just was. Um, that's where I think I'm going to take a break and I'm going to stop here. And then, with regards to the next video, that's where I'm going to start with high school and moving forward. So I will see you in the next vlog. Thank you very much for taking the time to know me and see where I come from. I very, very much appreciate you. And I look forward to connecting with you in the next video. God bless. Bye.